Azure DevOps. So I was a bit mistaken because after this class we will also have we will still don't leave a core Azure services because we have last section of this chapter Azure monitoring tool. So sorry for that little confusion. And in this class we will talk about Azure DevOps, which is not really part of Azure, but it's a set of development tools for planning, developing, testing, and deploying application which is highly integrated with Azure. For example, Azure repos, which is Git repositories for code management, Azure pipelines for continuous integration and deployment with some of these, for example, to deploy to Azure storage, where you can build a release. Azure boards, Azure test plan, and I forgot about. I'm missing something here because I am missing Azure boards on my slide. Now, up. It's not running. Apologize. And we are back. Yes, and now we have Azure boards. Yes, so Azure boards, which are like you have been using maybe Jira, it's kind of alternative, but integrated with Azure and Microsoft. So work items and and other tools for your stories or items. Azure test plans for test management and testing, manual testing or automated, and Azure artifacts for package and dependency management. So this will be a very short class because I will go to still to Portal Azure because we have been here, we had Azure services, we have been here, but if you click this top left, then you are seeing some different parts from Microsoft Cloud, and there is DevOps. So this is something which is very much very much highly integrated with Azure. The likelihood you lose it is very high. So let me just show you. So this is how you create it. Okay. Okay. Detect ref. In Europe, key 5 island. Yeah, and then I'll create a sample project. As you can see, it even has the name. Here the name of it. So, okay, of Azure. So here you have like overview. You have dashboards. Yeah, you can add a widget, which are very agile related. You can have wikis, you can have documentation, you can have boards, typical like a like you have been working maybe with in a Scrum, so this for this one. Then you could have board like this. Yeah, you can view as backlog also. So this, if I would story to be different, you have sprints, queries, delivery paths, and analytic views, less important, and repos. So those here will be your Git repos. For example, like so repos is basically alternative to GitHub.com. GitHub.com is like a very famous place where code is stored. So for example, if I GitHub Angular, for example, so this here on this sample repository where there's a lot of code, and this is also alternative. Then do we have commits? So in the commits you would have something like this. So commits, history of commits, pushes, branches also you'd have something like this one. You would see the amount of branches you have. Tags, also like on GitHub you have tags. Oh, so you when you tag, for example, when you release pull requests, same. So when somebody is making pull requests, so it's a contribution to your repository, and some advanced stuff. Next, pipelines. This is also very important. So it's for automating the continuous integration deployment. You would have some environments for the pipelines, libraries. So for variable groups. Here we skip advanced security, but yeah, likelihood you will use it. At the moment there is nothing, right? Test plans. So for yeah, you can see for yeah, for tests and artifacts. Yes, and then you would have, for example, some kind of package, also artifact, and yeah, when you would have a build, you would have an artifact. But so this is what I wanted to show you. We have seen repos, pipelines, boards, test plan, artifacts, and maybe even a little bit more. Pipelines, yeah. Test plans, artifacts, boards, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we have seen everything. Also setting this up. So yeah, that's it. You can still use Jira, it's not a problem. There are many other alternatives, but if you'll be working with Azure, the likelihood that your organization will also use Azure with Azure Cloud, then likelihood that your organization will also switch to Azure DevOps is quite high, because they are just yeah, from the same provider. And now, before we finish core Azure services, I will be talking about Azure monitoring tools, which is also very interesting section, but it's a bit less technical than the last few we had in the Azure core services. So I am actually very excited to wait for you in the next recording.